Let's look at telling stories to children. We need to be as elaborate as possible, as descriptive as possible, use simple words, um, use some concepts that they can relate to, and we do something with the story. Yeah. Also, we tell the story from different perspectives. So, for example, okay, um, for the month of June, the theme is the yoga day. We are celebrating International Day of Yoga. So we do something related to yoga, as simple movements, postures. So we'll take the lion pose. Somewhere we want to develop the brave qualities of lion in the children. So we begin at a very small level. So the lion pose is one thing that we'll be using. So we tell the story of lion as well. It could go something like this. It has to be memorized, and you can get into your own world of elaborating the story. So, don't go more than 3 to 5 minutes max, and do not interrupt children with asking questions. So, just go on telling the story and complete it. So, the lion story. Once upon a time, there was a jungle. It had lots of trees, tall trees, and small shrubs, creepers. There were lots of birds that lived in the forest, in that jungle. There were bluebirds, there were green birds. The birds were calling out for each other. There were baby birds and the big birds. There are also different kinds of animals. There was elephant, there was giraffe, there was a rhino, uh, there were other small animals like rabbits, raccoons, um, there were deers, and the beautiful river flowed through the forest. And all animals love to come to this river to drink water. Also, in that forest lived a lion. There was a tiger, there was a leopard. Many different animals lived in that forest. One time, it did not rain. The animals were waiting for it to rain because peacocks love to dance in the rain. No rains. The river had less and less and less water every day. Animals who came to the river to drink water saw less and less and less of water. Eventually, the water dried up. Animals did not know what to do. So the lion sat up straight, folded his legs, opened his tongue, and roared loudly. All animals were alerted. They didn't know what was happening. The lion went to another part of the jungle where he found a pond, and he wanted to get all animals to that pond so they could drink water. So he sat up straight. He folded his legs, stuck his tongue out, and roared again. Animals got alerted. Oh, this sound is coming from a far off distance. Where could this lion be? Did he go in search of water? The lion sat up straight and roared again. This time, all animals were curious. The birds, the monkeys, the rabbits, the giraffe. Everybody wanted water. And the lion sat up straight and roared again. So all animals went towards the sound where the lion was roaring from. Once they reached there, they saw this pond filled with water. They were very happy. They stayed around that pond for some time. And later that week, it started to rain. There was more rain and more rain. There was more water in the river. All animals came back to their home and they lived happily ever after. So you can use this story to twist and change however you like. Bring in some repetition so children will catch on to some phrases. Bring in something that a child can observe, maybe a river flowing, maybe a pond nearby, or maybe some birds, a big small birds that can watch out around their neighborhood. And this story will serve as food for child's observation. Then it becomes a purposeful story. Happy storytelling.